process. I still have paint from when we last left off. My white is still wet. I'm not sure about the burn umber. I'm gonna have to check it. Most likely I can just remove the skin and reuse it. I put out a new pile of black. Everything else dried. It wasn't quite a day for it to dry. It took 2. I don't think I used enough liquid. I'm going to use a little bit more in this next tutorial. Not too much, I don't want it to be too slippery. And we're just going to flesh out the rest of this in black and white. And burn umber. I'm going to make the mixes again. I'm going to make them off camera though. Just have 2 mixes. One mix is black and burn umber, and then mix white, and that will be the neutral grays, and then just mix black and white, and that's the cold grays, because ivory black appears blue. When I take a photograph of this, and I did, these areas here, wherever I see blue on the photograph, I used ivory black and titanium white for it to be cold, so I'm going to put it in, and then in the areas of everywhere else I put neutral grays. So let's get on with it. Alright, I'm going to be using a smaller brush. I'm going to be using my number 1 Filbert brush. Last time I used my number 4 Filbert. I'm going to use it a little smaller so I can get some more detail.
Alright, today I'm just going to be doing the textures and details. I'm just going to be pumping up the saturation and fixing shadows and shapes and form and all that jazz.
I'm putting my darkest darks in. I'm putting shadow here, here, here. I see that I'm looking at my photograph. I'm actually looking at my lightest photograph, so I know that if it's black in the lightest photograph of my overexposed, I know it's for sure like a dark shadow.
Anyway, in this video, I'm just pumping up the contrast. I'm using abstraction, all the things to create details without doing too much hard work. The lazy painter's method.
I'm kind of refining these shadows. It's going to make it look like the frog actually is sitting on it. I'm going to even add a shadow under here. I need to get more paint.
By the way, no method is a lazy painter's method.
Even if I overpaint it a bit.
Bob Ross created that term, but that doesn't exist. I think even Bob knew that.
Right here I can also alter the shape because
He would just
now the
joke
shadow's
about
not this big. I'm going to tone it back. But I kind of overpainted a little bit so I can like refine this edge a bit. And this is going to plant the frog on the
I don't know how much I'm going to talk because I tried to talk during the video.
I'm coming in here and I'm even crisping up the edge. When you add that black, it plants it down to this surface, plants it down onto this tree that he's sitting on. So I'm getting in there and I'm adding that dark because it is there. I'm going to recede it back.
While I'm putting this shadow in, I'll also make note, I am kind of changing the shape of the belly because the shape was off to begin with of the frog body because I free-handed this painting.
There, we planted this frog now on the ground. A little bit of a shadow even here. Underneath this leg, there's a shadow. Might not be this dark, but putting it in. I'm going to place this frog down. I need more. Probably going to have to mix more of this.
Anyway, I'm still doing putting the dark color in the shadow. I'm trying to outline like the frog's legs and toes. It was really hard to get the shape of those toes correct, so that's what I'm doing right now.
these areas here between the fingertips, I am going to lessen it. It's just right now I need this dark color next to this line. It's going to also crisp up my line work.
So I'm just I'm just refining the shapes of things, and you can do that, especially when your painting is already dry and you have no chance you're gonna smear any of the other layers because the other layers are already static. They're set in, so you can essentially, if you made a mistake, you can fix it with with the second layer or a third or a fourth. When I paint with acrylic, I do way more layers than I do with oil paint, but that's because oil paint takes a long time to dry, so I end up having to be more deliberate, and I have to also have like the sacrifice of like, is this dupability, and that's the most important thing that I'm thinking about when I'm oil painting is this dupable to the photograph. So as much as I want to like get everything like hyper realistic, I'm gonna be probably maxing like 4 layers tops. I think the most I've ever done is 5, but even that is like way overkill. It's over painting. So you find that yourself in this position where you have to just accept like, is this dupable, and that's where I'm going with this painting.
Kind of putting some noise. Also getting my brush clean instead of cleaning it off on my towel, I'm cleaning it off on my canvas because I know there's gonna be some darks. I'm just gonna paint in abstractions. Like just little textures of things.
This is the second video, and I'm still painting in the bark. I'm still using the same technique. It's all abstraction.
And this is what I call like creating noise. Really what I'm trying to do is get rid of some of this paint on my brush. Try to use up some of it. And then I'm painting in some abstraction. I'm just kind of putting it in. Now we're going to the next step up.
So what I'm doing is I'm not painting the actual detail that I see verbatim. I am just creating the visual information necessary to tell the viewer that something is happening. This is a textured object that looks like bark.
I'm going to paint in some abstractions to create some texture. That's happening on this branch.
And I'm starting by putting the dark colors. Man, I told you that I'm not going to find a lot of places to talk. I gotta shut up now.
I'm thinking in this background, I'm not going to try to paint verbatim. It's insanity to paint verbatim what's going on here. So we're just going to come in. And I'm going to just paint in some background abstractions, just some noise that's happening.
I'm starting with my darkest color. I used a mid-tone when I created the branch initially, but now I'm adding detail. And you need that really high contrast of dark versus light.
Look, this is already dark on this side, so it's actually kind of perfect that I have this color, and now I can come in and work these shadows back a bit.
I was way too indiscriminate with these cuts. I should have left some buffer room between like when I talk and when I talk here on the mic, and should have been more indiscriminate about cuts where there's like no audio at all. My editing skills suck.
It's gonna blend in that shadow a bit. Then it's gonna keep our dark colors still happening. direction. There's like textures, so I'm kind of trying to build up texture.
When I edit, I just think to myself, like, how am I going to get 3 to 4 hours, 5 hours into, like, the span of, like, less than 20 minutes? I would prefer 10 minutes, but that's a pipe dream unless I cut, like, most of all my work out. I also apologize. I am talking at the same time as I am talking in the video. I might cut this out. I might not. You might just have to deal with it. I'm sorry, and I apologize.
Just continuing, I went a little bit back into my dark, and I mostly just want to get some dark behind here, so that way when I'm splotching in my colors, you have gradations, and we have things happening. Little, like these, this is like the texture, I'm imagining, this is my bark. This is like where the bark is on this stump. And I'm dealing in abstraction, I'm just placing my color, go up a shade. And this should be brighter.
Hey you. This is gonna be some ASMR section, Bob Ross style. Happy feelings, happy thoughts on this voyage right now as you enjoy ASMR sounds.
And I'm going to blend this at the very end. It looks splotchy right now. That's because it is. I'm splotching stuff. I'm just trying to get some things happening.
I assure you I was not trying to create ASMR sounds. That just happens from painting, especially with hog hair bristle brushes.
I know it's like not really much is going on in the background. I don't want to make it too noisy, but I need to plant it in this abstraction.
Alright, dead air. I don't really know what to say here because I'm going to be talking again.
Now we're going to go light, even lighter color now. This is probably the brightest this branch is going to get. And now, this is where the form is being dictated.
Hey, you. This is the end of the ASMR segment of the video. From here on out, all the talking will be done by me, not video, Kevin. No, by. Am I doing a Vosh impression? Goddamn. Anyway, yeah, I sound like I'm doing a Vosh impression. I'm inspired by his videos. I'm thinking with my tutorials, like, I'm trying to teach, but at the same time, like, are people going to be interested in content where I just go on about techniques and stuff? I can, I can show techniques and I can talk about techniques, but I want these videos to have a more conversational tone with them. Anyway, from this point on, all my edits are silent because I just started to power through this painting and I stopped talking, so there was no segments for me to leave in where I give any little pointers or tips. So from here on out, for the rest of however many minutes are left, it's just going to be you and me on the microphone. So, yeah. So that's that COVID-19. By the time this comes out, I don't know if it will even be relevant anymore. Yeah, I got a job. I mentioned that in my last video that I recorded the audio for minutes ago. Anyway, I don't really have much to say about that. I could talk about my job. That's not really too fun, topic to talk about. Or maybe it is. Maybe some people are interested because, everyone has a job. People have jobs they don't like. People have jobs they do like. Some people don't even think about it at all. I could talk about it. Anyone in the comments wants me to talk about my job in the future, I guess. But, it's just a grocery store job. Right now they're calling us essential heroes. Honestly, I feel patronized too, but I do recognize that these people do need to be recognized as being an essential part of society and not treated as lessers. We may be paid minimum wage, but bitch, if I don't put that shit on the shelves, you ain't getting your fucking groceries. I'm sorry, you're not getting them. No, someone will take my place. It doesn't even matter. I'm disposable. I know that. Everyone knows that. That's why you don't speak out. I should not be talking about this in a video. This is about painting right now. Why am I talking about my fucking job? I'm sorry. Now I have no hopes of ever being demonetized, really, because I haven't been monetized in the first place, and I don't have an audience, so I'm going to say what I want. Hopefully YouTube does not take this down. I probably should re-record this, but this is 18 minutes long of footage. Then I gotta create content for, so I am not re-recording this at all, so whatever I say is whatever I say. I guess I should say something. It looks like I'm working on you can't really see it in the photograph or on the camera, but I'm working on the hind leg of the frog that is not facing the camera. That's, on the other side of the frog. It's just a little, nubbin. It's like the elbow of the frog's leg. All right, now I'm putting the vines in. It looks like building up the details in the background. A lot of this is it's just building up values and creating texture. That's it.
Alright, this is the end of video 2. We just fleshed out more of where everything is. I might do another video where I maybe try to get some of these details more accurately, but at the same time, it's not really necessary because you don't have to verbatim paint every single thing that you see, every little detail, because that would just take forever. So what I did was I favored towards abstraction. I dabbled in what I'm going to call texture, or you can call it noise, and it's just a bunch of different values just dabbled in. Not in any really particular order, but there's deliberate choices that are being made. Yeah. We got some shine on the eyes, some shine on the legs, and just fleshed this out a lot more. If I was to go back to it, maybe I'd work on the vines a bit more, but I don't think it's that big of a deal, and I don't know, I guess I'd probably go back through here and work on that. The frog, as far as I'm concerned, the frog is where I want it, more or less. So either we're going to be moving on to a glazing step or doing more of this. Hopefully this will be dry in 24 hours. So that's the end of my video. This is a disgusting beauty. We're out.
I feel like I don't have to say this, but, I gotta prompt myself to say this, because if I'm not going to say this, who's going to prompt my audience to even subscribe to me or even view my content at all? So I got to tell you to like, comment, subscribe. I am the Disgusting Beauty. I want to now take a shower and cry in some ice cream, so I'm going to go now and do that. All right. Bye-bye.